Welcome to episode 3 of the Arc Logic MediaWorks Miller 500D diesel welder project. In the last episode, we found out that this part wasn't actually bad, so we decided to put it all back together and do more testing. Our diagnosis was wrong, so we have to put it back together and go back to square one, which is still not welding, runs, but doesn't weld. No AC voltage coming from these posts, so we're going to have to diagnose this. So we have some stuff to put together, some wires that we snipped but have to put together right now, and also just some general cleanup, and then we'll put the panel back on. We'll get this thing ready to start testing again before I took it off. So without further ado, let's get started. So to do this, we're gonna need some crimpers, some of these heat shrink crimp connectors. Love these, they work great. I've done them, I've never had problems with them. I haven't tried the solder heat shrink connectors, but I imagine they would work just as well, if not even better. But we'll test those out in a later video. So I have our heat gun right here. Let's put that right there. So we've already snipped this wire. There we go. I would like to snip that a little more. Just right there. There we go. Snip that just a little more. So that's 82A. That'll also be going to 82A right here. Yep, that's 82A. Perfect. Alrighty. I'm so glad these things are marked, because if they weren't, I would be miserable. Just inside enough. Crimp. There we go. Alright. I'll find a way to get this out here. I remember this is a 16 gauge. There we are. Right on the money. Let's put this together. Alright, now where's my tool? Here we are. Just inside enough. Boom. There we are. Gotta keep this up little by little. We do have a torch that will make this a lot faster, but we did run out of routine, and also the part store is closed, so we'll have to worry about that later. This one here, and got the one extension. Yes, that one is just there. There for now, and now we'll move to another wire. So let's see here. 4A. These are all good. We have to find the snipped ones. No, not that one. This isn't a wire that we need, or a piece of tape. Those pieces of tape are what's throwing me off. These little ones, just throw those away. So 104A, 103A, 100A, and 101A. Now there was another wire snipped around somewhere. I don't know which one exactly it was though. Any of these? No. Was it any of these? No. Alright, we'll have to find that snipped wire. Let's move this out of the way. Giant mess. So 81D goes to 81E. These go where they should. Did I snip any of these? Nope, those are good. Nope, don't snip any of those. 82A goes to 82A. Nope. So what does this say? Switch bottom left. Nope. Middle left, so that goes on top. Middle left lead. Right rear lead. Right rear lead. So that, I imagine that one goes this. Is there any way for them to come up? I'll have to look at my notes to see where all of these go specifically, because this is for sure not long enough, and it looks like it has no more length. I'll move the entire thing. Keep the entire thing on. Don't move it all. All right, to tap that seal in completely. So that out of the way. Are any of these snipped? No. None of those are snipped. Nope. All right, here's one of them. Oh, never mind. That one's not snipped. Here we are. I have to put these back together like this. I see now. Cool. All right, so these are for our slip ring brush, 106, 105A, and 108A. So those won't matter. These four are what matter to us. All right, let's go one by one. 101A. So 104A, 100A, 101A. Here we are. Beautiful. 101A. Yep, 101A. All right, let's snip this bad boy. Yep, 101A, 16 gauge. Right on the money. Let's put this together, and then where is 101A? Here we are. I just love how manufacturing put these labels on, because if not, I would be 100% lost. So that's 16. Yep, there we go. Perfect. So that also says 101A in there. I know you guys probably don't see it, but it does say 101A. Also does, let's say 101A over here. So we'll crimp it here. Actually, we have it right. And here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and put the crimps on, but not do the heat shrink. We'll do the heat shrink all in one sitting. There we go. That's good, Korean. Let's twist this together. There we are. So, almost there. Quite fine to me. Cooperate. There we are. Be right there. There we are. All right. That's for 101A. That's good. So 104A. I'll grab 104A. Here we are. 104A right here. Probably a little too long. That's short, just a hair. So 104A to 104A. Perfect. There. Done. So 16. Too far. Oh, there we go. This is a little too long for my liking. Right there. Man, I wish I had some actual snippers somewhere. I was looking for some snippers to make this a lot quicker. There we go. Just gotta remember that they're right under us. That's hilarious. Where do we stand now with this machine? Well, put a bunch of time into it. Got tools out. We still don't know what the problem is. So, that being said, we're going to have to simply just keep having at it. Some of these wires, there we go. They were disconnected anyways. For example, these two up here, they were disconnected as well. I don't know why, but did some research. These don't really affect it that much. So all of this stuff can really just confuse you. So that's why it's really in-depth. This is a really in-depth machine. So you might ask, how am I diagnosing it? Well, in the next few episodes, I will be showing you how I use AI and ChatGPT to figure out this machine. I'm pretty close because I've already made sure that all of the internals are good. They've been inspected. They're all testing good. So none of these are the problem. So then what's the problem? Well, there's something open somewhere out here in all this wiring and in here inside of this panel. Where we started it, something was miswired and we did burn these up. So we're gonna have to rebuild both of these. The surge suppressor and rectifier boards. I'm gonna have to snip those and solder those on. That'll be a video of its own where we do that and diagnose this, but that'll be until later. We still have to put this thing back together entirely. So let's do that. I don't like just how tight these are, but well, okay, that's good. Yes, sir. Oh man, that really sucks. All right, dang, we'll have to cut that off. That sucks, that stinks. All right, well, I guess there's no going back, is there? All right, well, I guess that's trash. That stinks. That really stinks. All right, try again. That's why we do it. That's why we make sure it's good. That's why you tug on them. So 104A, again, take 2. Super cold outside. It's 30 degrees right now. I need the heater. Oh, don't everybody. Hey, at least I'm not homeless. Those guys, they actually do have it rough. That's done. Here it is. All right, let's make sure this actually goes in the right way this time. Can we do that? Can we? No? Dang it. All right, let's move all of this stuff out of the way. Oh, please. I'm trying to cooperate with you. Please cooperate with me. There you go. Perfect. All right, just have 2 more crimps to do, and we'll start putting this completely together. Why that is the panel with all the switches and all these things that go in. Stay tuned for that. So 101, 103A, 100A. Need 2 more of these. All right, put this wire out of the way for now. All right, let's start with 103A. All right, wire my snippers. Here we go. Perfect. All right, let's leave those there. So 16 clip, just like that, to 103A. Yep. We'll check this one. There you go, 103A, says it right there. Gosh, I love rewiring this thing. It's a little tough, but it's not too bad if you actually read the labels. Done so. I'd rather have it here first. Thank you. Let's crimp her rubber. Oh my gosh. What the heck, dude? I don't need that stuff in my way right now. Perfect. Alrighty. That's good. Alrighty. Moment of truth. There we are. Bam. There's that one. One more. And this one's 100A. Oh, come on. Dunzo. Oh, come on, dude. I don't need you right now. Please. Oh. Alright, let's not get sidetracked here. So 100A, that goes there. Alright, that is 100A, correct? Yes. Haha, success. Alright, let's do it on the other side first. Right on the money. Perfect. There we go. Alright, now let's heat all these up. This is gonna take a while. Probably a little more than I anticipated to separate these. And we can get going. Let's do a little bit of one-on-one time, huh? There we go. Flip all the slime out. There you have it. Done. Done. Perfect. Alright, this four now done. Now a much shorter mess. Still have a mess, but much smaller one at that. All of these wires are good. They're all tight. Give them a little tug. Alright, all good. Let them cool down. Now we'll start focusing on these. Here comes the fun part. Let's go. Let's move this out of the way. Let's move this back to where it is. Come on. Alright. Alright, middle left. I think I know what that is. That means this. Check my notes to see if this is all correct. I do have notes when I took this thing off, so. Alright, middle left. See how much shorter or longer this one is. Yeah. Probably just need a little more length from both of those. That's okay. I'll find that length here soon. What else do we want to put together? That's together. That's all together. Let's see here. Oh, I want to put the brush bracket on too. Here's the brush. So these brushes have tension, and they just stay on the rings. And I'll put them in. Not too bad. They're a little dirty, but nothing crazy. So these are not likely to be the problem. That was easier said than done. Or easier done than said. I know that a 13, that's not a quarter. That is for sure not a quarter. And so what do we have here? 12. And do this with a ratchet. Perfect. Harbor Freight Tools, sponsor me. We'll get to that point. All right. I won't make this extension too much. Now we have these three. All three of them had a very specific order. I have a picture of these three with all three zip ties on them, so we'll see which order they are. I don't remember the exact order, but we do have a picture on our phone. So I think that'll wrap it up for today. All right. My name is Yahir. See you on the next one.